We are very pleased to have this time to speak with you today. Now we have examined this before and we have said yes. But not as you think it would be changed or even measured. What I'm about to tell you is an extension from last week's channel. And for those of you who did not hear it, there is a new system coming. Your apparently real lives as humans in form. And all that you experience through those forms that is not in complete alignment with love is unreal. But love is your true and only nature, and the more you can come to accept and trust that eternal truth, the more you will find peace, love, and harmony within yourselves, encouraging you to live your lives consciously and increasingly aware of this. You are the light. You are the dreamer and the projector of the dream. The more you realize this light, this truth, within your heart, the greater your expansion. A quickening of your true awakening, leading to your alignment to the fifth dimensional crystalline matrix. Manifesting a whole new reality with the light of your heart. Your focus, we emphasize, is to be on the heart center. This is paramount. It is the place of your God spark. The divine matrix of the soul. It is the point of mastery. Via the heart, you are to become a conscious creator. It speaks on the powerful golden light particles flowing to earth now from your sun, soul. In that book, in a chapter titled On the Divine Purpose of Gold's Presence on the Earth, a light bringer asks, what is the divine mandate for gold to fulfill its divine purpose on the earth? The answer that follows comes from the Lords of Gold. We are glad you have asked this. Our element of gold is a powerful one on many levels, and few people understand why that is or how that came to be. We called it a prophecy because it talks about the future lives of light workers and old souls on this planet. That you have graduated from the old energy to the extent that there will be a complete and total erasure, dropping of all kinds of karmic energy. It will not transmit to your next life. Many of you, old soul, will come in clean. That is to say, not only will there be no karmic energy, your trust in your intuition, your Christ consciousness, your unbreakable connection to me strengthens, so that you find yourselves mostly at peace and content in the union of the one love in which God envelops us. As a result, whatever arises in your daily human lives becomes much easier for you to deal with. And any issues you may have are much more easily understood and resolved. The apparent separation between your personal individual egos and your Christ consciousness then starts to dissolve gently. And you find yourselves letting go of any fear-driven states of judgment, disagreement, or conflict. And instead find yourselves being only loving, and then extending and sharing love in your interactions with all others. You are to enter the fifth dimension as a conscious creator, fully aware of your thoughts and energies at all times, focusing your energy and becoming aligned to the frequency of your desires, making manifestation effortless. The splitting of worlds began in 2012. This is to start becoming more obvious to many. It is a split based on frequency. The collective that wishes to cling on to the old matrix, its old way of third-dimensional life, will remain in that old world until its eventual and complete dissolution. This is an ongoing cycle of confusion regarding not so much what people value on an individual level, as what they are told to value as a solid investment. This is nonsense. That which you value will always find a way to bring some form of richness to your lives, financially or otherwise. The divine mandate of gold is an excellent topic. The element of gold has been valued for thousands of years on your world. Currently, its value is not as trusted or understood as fully as it has been in the past. Yet many still collect it, invest in it, desire it. For the most part, people are greatly unaware of the true essence of gold, its consciousness, its abilities, and its actual high value. The next time some of you will come in, you'll know who you are, you'll start fresh. You won't have to go through any of the things you ever had to go through again. And instead you will be on the way to learning mastery. A human being's reaction or non-reactions to things, the wisdom that comes with a master. This is what you are going to be learning next the School of Mastery. We told you that. That was last time's channel. What I'm going to tell you now is what is happening to your DNA. Dear ones, we've told you many times that you come in with apparently 23 pairs of chromosomes. You are the 23 version of the human being, and that is not the version that you're going to find a few 100,000 years ago. And your science is showing you that now. You didn't come from what you think your human ancestors were. Now, I didn't make that up, and that's not necessarily an esoteric fact. Love is your nature, and you are, right now, in an increasingly weakening state of amnesia. As your awareness of your true nature opens up within you, allowing you to accept what has always been true, instead of dismissing it as irrational egoic nonsense. Your egoic need to be right, while you cling to extremely limiting beliefs about who you are, and to postulate those false concepts of duality, of separation from one another as independent beings who need to protect yourselves from all the dangers of that unreal state. Just fall away. Yes, of course you can suffer and experience pain, because most of you identify almost totally with your human forms and accept as the only reality what your human senses experience moment to moment, namely the material environment that you can touch, feel, and even change by physical interaction with it. The ones in the fifth dimension will not be affected or have any interest in what's unfolding in the old world, even though they are able to perceive it. They would be occupied and focused on creating and building their new communities, where the exchange of wisdom and love is to be the currency of their new reality. The shift of humanity and Earth into the fifth dimension is already happening. From a higher perspective, it is complete. All that is required of you is to align with your inner essence and radiate love. In turn, this will leave a light trail for those who continue to seek higher paths. You will see some put the color gold in their homes, whether in an image or a gold object. Many do so, whether consciously or not, to anchor the financial boost of gold in their lives and to draw in greater riches in one form or another. Others simply enjoy the color and the sheen of gold without fully realizing why. For those wishing to benefit from its presence, simply holding the image of gold dust or liquid gold flowing through one's being can strengthen one's energy fields. This also greatly helps one to resonate with the inherent wealth of the gold frequency in its highest form. Over thousands of years, royalty, magicians, healers, those of great wealth have had gold in their presence almost non-stop. This is to ensure that the vibration of either luxury and wealth or of higher wisdom and hidden knowledge flowed in their lives. Often they had a love for this precious element since childhood, without fully understanding why. Do you see now why there may be hope for the planet, and how there would be no more war for the planet? And we have said this before, get ready for this to be attractive. This is not going to be something where you're going to be so different you're going to be shunned. Dear ones, this is going to be attractive. People are going to want to know what you know. They're going to be with this group. It's not going to be isolated and biased against. It's going to be accepted, and people are going to want to know what you know. That's what's happened to the masters of the planet. People want to be around them. But this time, there are going to be so many of you, it's going to be so attractive. It will wind its way into government. It's going to wind its way into inventions that are new. You will be seen as the ones with the wisdom, almost shamanic. And then there will be more, and then there will be more. Evolution works that way. As many of you prepare to celebrate the anniversary of my resurrection, remind yourselves that you too will resurrect. Because resurrection is but the full realization that death is unreal. Resurrection may occur for some while they are still embodied. But for most of you, it comes at or very shortly after your physical death. At the moment in which you choose to finally lay down your human forms and return home into the reality from which you have never for even a moment been separated. Resurrection is your inevitable divine destiny. It cannot be avoided, it can only be delayed. And it will awaken you from the game or dream or illusion that you have been experiencing. You each have your own individual and utterly free will given to you by God at the moment of your creation. So when to awaken is a choice that you must and will make. No one can make it for you, not even God. The organized religions are aware of this and have used gold in their structures and interior enhancements for many centuries, though more to signify power and wealth than spiritual progression in some cases. Gold has a masculine presence in many ways, yet it has complemented the beauty of women via jewelry and clothing since time immemorial, using the feminine essence to magnify its allure. We would say that gold is of such a high vibration on this planet that it need not be given a divine mandate. And yet, yes, it has a divine purpose, as you have sensed. It was used in many ancient pyramids to assist transmissions of energies and of messages, aiding communication technologies and psychic transmissions between persons and groups around the Earth, through space, and even between galaxies.